Mischief Book Club members. It is that time of the year again that we had the poll in the Discord. We decided on all the middle grade books we're gonna read next year. So that's what we're gonna discuss today. I'm gonna talk to you about all the books that we plan to read in 2026 and which month we're gonna read them and discuss them in. If you don't know, the Pins of Mischief Book Club is a middle grade book club, mostly for adults though. I'm hosting it as an adult. Loads of the members are adults, however, children are very welcome. But we pick usually fantastical, magical middle grade books. And we really enjoy them. So we're going to read them together and we discuss it at the end of the month. And today we're going to talk about all the books we're going to read in 2026. So this book club is every other month. And in 2026 we're going to read in January, March, May, July, September and November. Same as this year, I believe. And we had a poll, so you guys picked loads of the, but I just wanted to tell you when we're gonna read which. You could have already seen who won, and a bit about the books. So in case you're not on Discord, you can still join us. The first book of the year is gonna be The Wand Keepers by Tiffany McDaniel. The first book is called A Sky Full of Dragons, so that promises loads of good things. This became on the list because someone from the community recommended it a lot because it has dragons as well as knitting. So yeah, it's kind of our thing, but let me read the blurb to you. Aunt Cauldrons is always looking into cauldrons. She found everything from giggling moons to troll nose rings, but when she looks inside the purple cauldron, one stormy night, she finds a girl with blue freckles. The old witch raises the girl in a crooked house with doors enchanted to smell and taste like chocolate, and names her Spella. There, Aunt Cauldron Eyes teaches Spella how to make magical heads for creatures like unicorns and dragons, giants, and goblins. When Spella turns 8, she receives an invitation to Dragon's Knob, a school for wand witchery and wizardry. But on the very night Spella is set to leave, a stranger appears with a growling head that swallows Aunt Cauldron Eyes and steals her away. To rescue her aunt, Spella must go up into a sky full of dragons and to her new school, with protesters outside the gate threatening the school's academic freedom. Spella and her new friend Tolden are thrust into the mystery of her aunt's disappearance and a long buried secret hidden somewhere in the school. It sounds absolutely fabulous. I love dragons. The heads are probably gonna be knitted. I just love magical creatures and magical schools. So I'm excited by this one. We're gonna read this one in January. Then the one that had the most vote is Yesterday Crumb. We kind of don't want to start a new series or trilogy and then not do it with. So we're gonna read all 3 books. And the first one is gonna be in March. The first one is called Yesterday Crumb and a Storm in the Teapot. I'm very happy this one because they were so close to winning last year and I really want to read them. But they made it now. Yesterday Crumb is no ordinary girl. She was born with fox ears that have cursed her to a lonely life, working in a circus, and her origins are a complete mystery. But she is about to escape into the adventure of a lifetime when she learns that she's a strangeling who's lost her magic. Taken in by Miss Dumpling, the flamboyant tea witch, Yesterday is introduced to a magical walking tea shop filled with fantastical customers, a flying teapot turtle called Pascal, and a powerful spells in every teacup. That sounds so cozy. See, this is what we do. We read fantastical, magical, cozy books all year. So feel free to join us if you want to. Yesterday starts to rediscover her magic and to feel a sense of belonging, but a mysterious figure of darkness is working hard to ensure her new life comes crashing down, and it all starts with a deadly shard of ice in Yesterday's heart. But there's nothing that can be solved with a pot of tea, a slice of cake, and a big dash of magic. Oh, I love that. So that is the first book. And I'm excited about this. In July, we're gonna read the second book. That one is called Yesterday Crumb and the Teapot of Chaos. I'm not gonna read the blurb because I'm very anxious that it spoils the first book. And then in July, we're gonna read the third book, which is called Yesterday Crumb and the Tea Witch Secret. So we will start and finish that trilogy. So that is very helpful. In September, we're gonna read How to Not Be a Vampire Slayer, which is another book that has been on my list for a while. And it sounds really good to me. That is by Katie Birchall. And when Maggie Helsby moves to Gorway, she isn't afraid of the spooky legend. But then she uncovers Skeleton Manor and meets a young vampire called Sharptooth Shadow. Can she change her destiny and find a way to keep the peace between humans and vampires? I love these kind of vampire books. I am very excited about this. The neighbors are dying to meet you. Alright, that is funny. I just hope the poll worked out as well for you guys as it did for me. Obviously, you guys voted, so I guess so. But I'm really pleased with this. There are a lot of books I really want to read. And then the last book in November is going to be The Spick and Span by Phil van Martin. And the only thing scarier than magic is cleaning it up. We all have very magical books and I'm really digging it. You'll never look at magic the same way again. Thanks to generations of careless magicians, the city of Helm is overflowing with magic. Leave anything alone for too long and it will transform into something else. Your house will turn to gingerbread and your teapot will pour pond water. The magicians like to pretend it's them who keep things in check. But the real heroes are a wholly different occupation. The heroes of Helm are the cleaners. Ward, an ambitious young cleaner, wants nothing more than to belong to the League of Cleaners, who will grant him the prestige he's been looking for all his life. If only he can pass 3 near impossible tests, but Ward's world is upended when mysterious magic-eating monsters start tearing holes in the fabric of reality. Suddenly, his ambitions are the least of his problem. So that's it. That's all the books we're gonna read in 2026. I hope you're as excited as I am. All these live shows will be on YouTube. You can just join them and chat with us. But if you would like some voting power for yourself, for the dates, or just want to talk about the books in between, I would highly recommend you join the Discord. It is linked down below. It is free to join. It costs absolutely nothing. And the people are there are really nice. So I feel like it's a very safe environment. So just check it out if you want to. Be part of a bookish community that read middle grades a lot. You're more than welcome. And I think that's it for today. I hope you join us in 2026 for another year of middle grades. If you like this video, please like, subscribe if you want to see more chaos from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!